Today, I'm going to share with you how you can protect your feminine energy, your feminine magnetism, and your feminine power from evil eye. I am Nicole Elissa. I am a love coach, femininity coach, and intuitive for successful, powerful women from all over the world who are ready not only to attract their partner, but attract a relationship where they're feeling cherished, lavish, and adored. If that's you, make sure that you watch this channel and make sure that you click the button to subscribe so that you are notified when I upload a new video. So I'll be very honest with you. I have, since I was a kid, manifesting things has always been very easy for me. Now, granted, I never, like when I was a kid, I was not used to attracting male attention because I was bullied and I grew up in a narcissistic home where I was bullied a lot. I was told that no one would love me, etc. But there was a shift in my energy. Like I remember when I was a kid, it was very easy for me to manifest things that felt like were difficult to other people. No one bless them, like I completely understand. But the thing is that we grow up in a culture where we're taught to envy a lot, okay? And if you're not careful, you have to, like, in order to protect your feminine energy and your magnetism, the attraction, the pull, the desire that you evoke from men, from people, when you attract, like, maybe free meals or you attract, I'm getting seeing this image of flights, etc. When you attract these things, I'm getting to tell you, it's not enough just to wear like this red string. You have to be very mindful, number one, of who you allow to get comfortable around you, okay? Because people can get comfortable around you. And if the person that's getting comfortable around you is somebody who is constantly complaining, upset, or envious, their comments can become your own because you can create a field of resonance around with the people that you are the most accustomed to be around with. Okay, so be very mindful of that. Number one, you want to invest in being in community spaces where women are willing to go for things. Okay, I noticed that my energy would flourish a lot being in community, and the feminine thrives in community. But because sometimes we are quote unquote scared of the evil eye, or we're learning a lot of the teachings that are being shown nowadays, we're taught that we cannot trust other people like that, that we cannot trust people. But there is huge power in investing in being in the right communities and in the right spaces. Now, we've heard comments like this, but I want to add a caveat to that. So before you think, oh, I've heard this before, no, 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 wait a minute, because what I'm going to say is it's going to make a big difference for you. Invest in spaces where communities where you're surrounded with women who've got their own thing going on, okay? Who are excited, who are lit up about the things that they're doing, and where you can have honest, real, vulnerable conversations with them. Make sure that these spaces have space for feminine energy, for women seeing each other, supporting each other, nurturing each other. And it's not like a competitive masculine space. That's one thing, because you don't want to erode your magnetism. You want to be in a community where women honor their own magnetism and they're willing to share and grow. Another element of being in high value spaces is to be very mindful of going into these spaces with a mentality of trying to get a coach or a mentor or these spaces to use these people. I've heard a terminology or a phrase that bugs me or used to bug me a lot because I've been practicing of being just um, neutral, non-charged around certain things like that, because people are going to be people and I don't want to be a vibrational match to them. And normally when I'm really charged to someone's wrongdoings or misgivings or things like that, I'm connected to them. I'm creating a tie with them. So, and I hope that that's a tip that helps you. So, what I notice is that people use this mentality. I'm going to get a coach, I'm going to get a mentor, or I'm going to be in these spaces so I can use them. And once I'm done with them, or once I feel like I've outgrown them, I let them go or something to that effect. And that is a very dangerous teaching. That's extremely dangerous teaching, because you're not operating, or you're not hearing, or you're not learning elements of what it is like to be in community. You see the value in another person. You cannot use another person. When you say things, I've outgrown that person, and you use terminology of discarding the person, that will only backfire back onto you, because you are seeing people in a way as a means to an end. Okay? You are not really interested in creating long-term relationships. You have to be able to be in spaces where you see your value, but you see the other person's value. And unfortunately, we are being taught a lot of narcissistic teachings that sound interesting or they start like that, but they are antisocial in behavior. So if you are only being taught to raise a ladder and to use people or circumstances to get what you want, you're only going to end up alone. And remember, the feminine energy thrives in community. She's not using people, she's not competing with people. She owns her worth and her grace, and she values the other person. Even if you feel like something is not working for you right now, that does not take away the value of somebody else. And this is one of the insidious teachings that are being taught to the feminine nowadays, where we are using discard terminology. Oh, I found this, so the other one has no value, and you see anymore. So you can be in a space, or you can cultivate seeing the value in all things. That would only enrich you, and it will protect and enhance your femininity. Okay, at the end of the day, what you are missing, if you feel like what I'm saying is not relevant, people can catch on to that, and then people don't want to be around you because you have a using mentality. Okay, so in order to protect your femininity, be in high value spaces, but also learn how to value the other person without secretly competing with them. Another thing that I wanted to share with you on how to protect your feminine energy from the evil eye is practice and create a list of feeling proud of yourself. Write all of the things that make you feel proud of yourself. Small things, big things, consistently create almost a praise list for yourself. Have people that you can share that to, okay, where you can celebrate and you can see the beauty in your essence and in the way that you do things. Because when you're around people who only nitpick you, people who get too comfortable and all they can say to you is a negative thing, be very mindful, because that can become your language to yourself. Also, be conscious of what choice you decide to make around people like that, where if you feel like when you're around them, you feel like they don't see you, that's a red flag that you need to pay attention to. Sometimes it happens that people cannot see their own worth, therefore they cannot see yours. But at the end of the day, you still have to make a choice. You have to protect your magic. You have to protect like the things that you do really good. Okay? You have to create the time and the space to really nurture those qualities so that you feel good. Because what people do is that they will try to destroy feminine energy. They will try to destroy us by either calling us a B word, a witch word, right? Or crazy. Those are some of the three pillars that we have. So, or lazy. I'm actually being corrected intuitively. I'm hearing or lazy. So when you pay attention to these four things, because something's just happening naturally to you and people see you resting a lot, they're like, oh, you're lazy, or I don't know how you get, it doesn't matter. Protect what comes natural to you. And if any of these pillars affect you in a way, I invite you to work on them, clear them intuitively, like I do reprogramming work in your nervous system, in your unconscious when it comes to these things. Because in order for you to flow in your femininity and in your grace and for you to attract more, you have to feel good about yourself, about being sexual, about being intuitive, about being wise, and about resting and letting things be easy. You don't have to be in hustling mode, okay? I'm also going to tell you, like, spiritual baths will cleanse you a lot too, like with salt, and with different things. I don't know why I'm seeing ginger. So, and I'm seeing eucalyptus. Spiritual baths will cleanse you a lot. Spend a lot of time in nature and prioritize protecting and caring for your feminine energy and your feminine magnetism. Every woman has a little bit of a different feminine energy that we all have to protect. Protect what comes natural to you. Protect what you notice flows for you. And if there's other things that you want to increase, work on them in releasing it in your nervous system. I have sessions, private sessions that help you do that. And in my I'm a goddess of love programs, I can also help you do that. Own your magnetism, live joyfully and live blissfully because you deserve it. And don't surround yourself in spaces where people are trying to kill your vibe. All right? It's dangerous. It's not worth it. Love, you are a being of love and you deserve to be treated that way. I have goddess affirmation tracks that help you boost your magnetism, and I'm looking forward to connect with you soon.